Okay, thank you so much, my colleagues from M Supply, and my students who have been very attentive in following up our series. I know some of you were asking us questions with regards to what if I get back to the facilities? How do I ensure that I don't make mistakes? Can you make for us some videos so that when we're there, we can easily follow the video and help us in ensuring that we make proper use of the tablets or of the M supply. So I made some few slides here that will help you in ensuring that you have accurate data and also to ensure that your data is up to date. Therefore, in this lecture today that I'll be taking you, I will take you through internal order and at the same time also how to create an outbound. So we have two types of outbounds that I'll be focusing on. Number one, we'll have outbound to a customer that you have in the system, and also an outbound that is created for non-customer. So before that, I'll be so brief. I know when you open to the to the M supply, there is that component of requesting. Now, who are the customers? I want to just re-echo. Customers are the departments or the units that request from the main store. So if you are putting a request as from the word or from your store, you're requesting for your commodities, you need to make an internal order. I know we also do make internal orders to our general warehouse, for example, to the county store, but at the same time also we can make an internal order to the partners that are supplying us or supporting us with the commodities. So these are the basic steps that you will take if you are to make a request. You know, when you log into M supply, you will get what you call replenishment. Now, replenishment helps you to find out where your internal order is. So when you get the internal order, the first thing that you need to do, the basic steps I always encourage you is that, number one, you need to make a request. List all the items needed on a paper for approval. So if you're putting a request, you first have to do what is necessary like the previous one. Go and make an order and then you request. And then your administrator will sign it. After signing it off, then you proceed to put your data into the system requesting for your commodities. And then next, you now go ahead, as I said, you open the dashboard. And when you open in the dashboard, you see there's some part where it says internal order. Alternatively, you go to replenishment from the left hand side and then you click on replenishment. After clicking replenishment, then you select the internal order. After selecting the internal order, it will open up. And then when it opens up, there is an icon on top there that tells you about new order. Click on the new order. After clicking on the new order, then you have to select the main store where you're requesting the commodities from. For example, if I'm from the in-person, I need to put my request, but I have to click on the store where I'm going to be picking my request from. Then after that, it will be followed by the reference. Reference number are the numbers that will be following up your request later. If it has not been approved or it has not been supplied to you, you will have to make sure that you put it very clearly. For example, I can use the date of today. Today is 22nd of May. I just put 22M or 2205 2024. It's a sign that this is the data or these are the commodities that are requested on this, and that becomes your reference number. Then after putting the number, then you go ahead to click on an icon that says add the item. So when you click on the add item, then you'll be in position to see there is a column that you'll be in position to see for you to write. You can search for that item. So my colleagues, as you're searching for the item, I'll encourage you that please, you write the generic name very clearly. So as you write the generic name very clearly, don't use trade name, because the trade names, we have many products that comes with different trade names. Don't use a trade name. Use the generic name of the item. If you don't know, please get the item, find out where it is, the previous records, write a generic name. Then after putting it, then you move ahead to complete the task. For example, complete the required spaces that are required. For example, what are you requesting for? What is the quantity? Please spell that very clearly. Otherwise, if you don't put it very clearly, the quantities that you are requesting, then it becomes very difficult to move on. Then after that, you have to select the item by clicking the empty box on the right hand side. Drag it slowly, you will see an empty box. You click on it and then your task will be completed. After that, you can finalize on your request. So your request, after completing it, please sync your data. If you sync your data, it will help you now, okay, for the supplier or for the main store to be in position to know that you have placed a request. So those are the basic things that you will take in putting your request as a customer to the main store. And that also happens to the main store when they're requesting from the central level or from the regional warehouse. Now, for step 2, I'll come to the step 2 later, but I wanted now us to look at the next one is that we wanted us to look at, now, how do I respond? If I'm from the store, how do I now respond to this request? Where do I go? Where do I click? So the next thing I want just to take you in the step 2 is that we are going to respond to an outbound to a client who is a customer to us. So how do we go about it? The first thing that you do is that you need to sync your data. For it to be reflected, that request that were sent, to be reflected into the system, the first thing that you need to do, you have to update. You have to click synchronize. As you click on synchronize, then the next thing that you need to do, where do I go next? The next thing that you need to go, you have to click on the dashboard. So when you click on the dashboard or you click on distribution, there are 2 areas that you can be possible to see the requisitions that were made. You can get it under the dashboard or you can get it under the distribution. So if you click on distribution, you'll see down there, you get the outbound. But I want to encourage you can just click on the requisitions. After clicking on the requisition, you will have to be positioned to select the requisition that is made. For example, you may have several as a main store. You can get one from the in-person, you can get one from out-person, you can get one from different sections, you can get one from for example, I can look at the medical ward or from maternity. So you select on the one that you wanted to supply. After selecting that request, it will open up. And then when it open up for you, the next thing is that you need to select the item. How do I select the item? That number 1, they have several items and then down there to tell you confirm. Please don't confirm that yet. You need to select so that you can allocate the item. You need to first allocate the item to that particular commodity that is being requested. They may request 500, but the first thing that you do, click on the item and then you can put the quantity you want to supply to this particular facility. For the start, it becomes very difficult because you don't know the average monthly consumption, but as time goes by, you'll begin to know how much to supply that will serve them for some period of time. For example, for the wards, you may give them stock that is about 1 week, or you can give them just 5 days, depends on how you are managing, depends on the storage, the other side. Then after you click on the item, you have completed that task. Please, the first color will turn, gray. Then you go ahead to create. It means that you need to respond. You have to put allocation for all the products. Then after that, you have to create what? Shipment. When you create on the shipment, click on the item. The shipment will take you now to the main store. The information that you have will be in the main store. So then after that, the next thing that you need to do, please, you have to click on the blue color. Now, when you click on the blue color, that is a product. When you click on the blue color, you cross-check. Is this the quantity that you have allocated? And then it takes up that this is the quantity I'm giving to this particular one. Please go over it all until all of them turns gray. And then the next thing that you need to do, you have to select the item and then you confirm allocation. So after you have confirmed the allocation, now the next thing that you need to do, now you go first and pick the items. You pick the items, all the items around you by clicking. When you realize that all of you, all the items already picked, now you come back and then you click on the pick, confirmed. If the item is not there, you can decline to supply it. But if not, please, you have to first pick the item. Then the next thing that you do, you have to be in position to click. If the items already shipped, they already been loaded and they are moving now, you can now say the items are shipped. You confirm shipped. After confirming shipped, that is already complete. You are waiting for the delivery. You are waiting for verification that will come from the from the one who requested earlier on. Then please, you sync your data. Don't leave it there. If you don't sync the data, it tells us that still you have not done anything. Sync the data and then the data will now go direct to the receiver. The commodities, when the commodities reach there, it gets updated in the system of the one who requested earlier on that now your items have already been shipped. When they update when they click on synchronize again the other side, as they sync, you sync this side, they also sync that side, the item get what? Synchronized, and then it appears from that side that an internal order that was made has already been shipped. Now, if it is already shipped, now for the one who requested earlier on, what you're supposed to do? Sync. As you sync your data, please go and click on the dashboard. When you click on that dashboard, now the item that comes to you becomes an inbound shipment. Please, you will go to the dashboard and then you see what? Inbound shipment. Today, how many inbound shipments are made? How many items came to your store? Okay. Now you receive that inbound. Click on the inbound. After clicking on the inbound, then select the item, or select the what? The requisition that item that came through certain requisition. You click on it, and then next thing that you need to do, you need to confirm that delivery has been made. Please, even if the items are not good, you have not verified them, the first thing that you need to do, you have to confirm that yes, I have received the item. So after clicking on it, then the next thing that you need to do, you have to check your items slowly. You check your items, and this is the same quantity that you requested. Are the expiry good? Okay. Is the commodities of good quality? Then after that, you use it and then you verify it. After verifying it and everything is okay, then you confirm verified. After confirming, then you sync your data. That is a simple way of doing it. So it means that from your side, as you sync the data, your system has already updated that stock. That stock is what you already have in your store. Now you have that commodities, or you have those commodities now part of your commodities in the system. So it means that the previous stock plus the current one that you have already confirmed, all of them will be added up to give you a stock or not on hand. As you get that, now for the one who earlier sent on the step 2, the one from the system, remember you sync the data. After syncing the data, now the one who supplied will also continue to sync from that side. The reason of syncing it is that number one, you go through the syncing, you go to the dashboard, you look at the distribution, you look at the requisition, you look at the item requested. You want to check, is this item, has it reached, has it been finalized? Has the item been verified? So when you see that it's already finalized, it's already verified, it means that everything worked as per the request. So those are the basic steps that you'll be in position to follow up. Please, I will encourage you that know what to put. In summary, please, the first thing that you do, you make an internal order. As you make an internal order, the other side, it comes as a requisition to the one who is supplying. And then he responds to you. When he responds, it goes back to the one who requested earlier on as an inbound shipment. As you respond to the inbound shipment, now you'll be able to see the component of verification and completion of that task. Coming to the second one, thank you so much for being patient and for following it up. Now for the second task is that, what if I don't have that particular unit as my customer? What do I do? The next thing that you need to do, you need to create an outbound shipment. New outbound shipment. New outbound shipment is created to the non-customer. You don't have this person in your system. Like for example, one facility came from A or B, requested commodities from you, and that facility does not use M supply. Cannot go through the same process because they have not put an internal order. So what are you supposed to do? The next thing that you need to do, please click on the one with the blue, as you can see from here. Click on the blue. From the blue part, you'll be possible to see what you call new outbound shipment. This is created for non-M supply customer. Why? Because this person may wish to have the commodities, but because they place the request on a paper, then that's how you respond. Number two, from the maternity wards, from the in-person wards, from the other sections, the next thing that you need to do, please, when they come with the request on a paper, that's how you'll be possible to click on the new outbound shipment. The outbound, click on it, and then you also go through the same process. You allocate, you deliver. For them, they'll not be possible to confirm the commodities. At the same time, also, they'll not be possible to verify. You just ended up in the shipment. As you shipped, the system, you sync your data in the system tells you some commodities already been created as an outbound and has already moved out. Now, what if you receive commodities from non-M supply, commodities that are coming from outside? So the next thing that you need to do, you make sure that you have to click on the inbound shipment, new inbound shipment. the one in the first one, the blue one. And then when you click on it, you'll be in position to see that that is a section where you have your inbound. Commodities came from county without you putting a request, or some donation has come to your facility, and then you have to make sure that you do that. You click on it, and then you also go through the same process. You add the item. Please add the generic name for those particular products. If the item is not there, please inform us so that we can be possible to support you and create for you those items in the system. And that's how you make your internal order, at the same time how you make your outbound shipment for either a customer or for non-customer. Please, if you have challenges, please contact us. We'll be possible to support you, and we'll guide you on how to move with this supply in terms of internal order and external order. If you find very difficult to make internal orders and you have only one store, main store, all the units are going to request through paper, you have only two things that you need to do. Number one, you just have to create the new outbound shipment. You'll not be having internal requisitions as earlier mentioned. You will be working on that, and that's how you'll be possible to complete your requisitions. At the same time, you'll be possible to complete the non-requisitions that came in form of a paper. Others, thank you so much. We will continue to be online. We'll continue to support you. And thank you so much. For any reference, please get in touch with us, and we'll be possible to help. I am Moro Lawrence, a trainer of M-Supply, at the same time in the Ministry of Health, serving from the M&D department. Our work is to integrate, to support the units, to ensure that we have commodities in the system. At the same time, we get to know what commodities have been supplied and what stock do you have. In the next slides or in the next presentations that I'll be taking you through, I'll guide you in terms of how do I do stock take as a storekeeper on periodic or on daily basis, if you want to do your stock taking on a daily basis, because you want to make sure that your stock is up to date. Others, thank you so much. Let's be in touch in another day.